Fox News exposed, despite new court documents revealing the biggest names on Fox News, along with the top executives, never believed the election was stolen. They still gave a megaphone to the conspiracy theory, saying it was. And even as of last night, Tucker Carlson, who privately, we now know, said Trump should concede and said that fraud did not impact the outcome of the election, still went out publicly and fueled the fire.
There are so many unanswered questions, some of them lingering. How, for example, did senile hermit Joe Biden get 15 million more votes than his former boss, rock star crowd surfer Barack Obama? Results like that would seem to defy the laws of known physics and qualify instead as a miracle. Was the 2020 election a miracle? Honestly, we don't know.
Sunlen Sarfati is out front.
Is the fix already in?
It is a damning indictment of Fox News.
The outcome of our presidential election was seized from the hands of voters.
As a network publicly and repeatedly promoted former President Trump's 2020 election fraud claims to millions of their viewers.
Every American should be angry. You should be outraged. You should be worried. You should be concerned at what has happened in the election and the lead up to this election.
Privately, top anchors and executives mocked Trump's lies, calling them ludicrous, really crazy stuff, and totally off the rails. The revelations coming from hundreds of pages of newly released evidence in the legal filing as part of the Dominion voting system's lawsuit against Fox News. In this text exchanged 2 weeks after the election, Tucker Carlson texting other Fox News hosts. Sidney Powell is lying, by the way. I caught her. It's insane. He says about Trump's lawyer, Sidney Powell, and Rudy Giuliani's unfounded claims. Sidney is a complete nut. No one will work with her. Ditto with Rudy, Laura Ingraham wrote back. Tucker responds, it's unbelievably offensive to me. Our viewers are good people, and they believe it. Even as those same hosts went on the air arguing completely otherwise.
All right, these election challenges are still going on, and disturbing irregularities have been found and must be investigated to the fullest.
On election night, the network first to call Arizona for Biden.
The Fox News decision desk is calling Arizona for Joe Biden. That is a big get for the Biden campaign.
As Trump's baseless conspiracy theories started to take hold.
This is a fraud on the American public. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Carlson wrote his producer warning that Trump could easily destroy us if we play it wrong. The court documents showing a scramble behind the scenes as viewers rebelled against Fox for calling the contest in Biden's favor, and a course correction internally to prioritize profitability over the truth. After Fox News reporter Jackie Henrich fact-checked a Trump tweet about votes being destroyed, Tucker Carlson texting his colleagues, please get her fired, seriously, what the F? It's measurably hurting the company, the stock price is down. Fox News in a statement argues the court filing contains cherry-picked quotes lacking context, as Fox News hosts continue this week to sow doubt.
Was the 2020 election a miracle? Honestly, we don't know. We don't expect to get an answer to it tonight.
And this public versus private narrative extended all the way up to the highest levels of Fox. Chairman Rupert Murdoch, according to court documents, did not believe Trump's election lies. And not only did he say in an email weeks after the election that the Trump team's claims were really crazy stuff and damaging, but he even floated the idea of having Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, and Laura Ingraham appear together in prime time to declare Joe Biden as the rightful winner of the election, something, Aaron, that of course never happened.
Oh, it didn't. I wonder what the world would have been like had it happened. Thank you very much, Sunlen. And I want to go now to Rusty Bowers, the former Republican House Speaker in Arizona. He testified before the January 6th committee about how he fought back against Trump efforts to overturn the election. And he's talked about the threats to his life and his safety and his family has faced because of it. Also out front, Van Jones, former special advisor to President Obama. And Rusty, I want to start with you. It turns out, right, we see this, that the top anchors and top executives at Fox News knew all along that what you were saying about the election was true, right? They knew it. They called the lies ludicrous. They said their viewers are good people and might believe the lies. But when they went out publicly, they gave it oxygen. They pumped those lies of Trump that the election was stolen. What do you say to all this?
Well, it sure would have helped many in the field as we attempted to stand up to all this tsunami of the demand for lies. It's interesting that Fox News would say we need to give the news that the viewers want. It's not what they need or what the truth that they might not like, but this is what they want. But had they followed Murdoch's lead and his thoughts, when it got down to fighting it out in the trenches, we could have at least said, look, Rupert Murdoch, Fox News, has even said, this is highly questionable. Even that would have been helpful. But water over an old bridge, as it were. But it's hurt. It hurts.
I mean, Van, it's interesting. I remember watching one day Neil Cavuto, highly respected Fox business anchor. He cut away from a press conference with the then White House press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, because she was pushing baseless fraud allegations. And he said, and I remember it because I thought, what's going to happen, Neil Cavuto? He said, I can't in good countenance continue to show you this. And because of the filing, it says that the brand team at Fox News, led by Raj Shah, notified senior Fox News and Fox Corporation leadership of the brand threat, as they called it, that was posed by what Cavuto did. So, Van, we find that Cavuto was called a threat to the Fox brand because he cut away from a press conference where someone was lying about the election. I mean, that's pretty incredible. Does Fox suffer any consequences from any of these revelations?
Yeah, I don't know if they will, but they certainly should. And by the way, is it now false advertising to even call them Fox News? This is not news. This is not how a news organization functions. You tell the truth, you without fear or favor. That's literally our ethics. You tell the truth without fear or favor. You make a mistake, you apologize for it. None of this is happening. And you have families that have been torn apart, marriages that have been torn apart, a country that's been torn apart because of the false advertising that this is a news. This is more like a professional wrestling than it is news.
And Rusty, you heard Tucker Carlson last night, right? Even after the text come out of him saying the truth, right? He went out last night and pumped the falsehood and the lies about the election again, calling it a miracle. You're from Arizona, right? You've got gubernatorial candidate there, Kari Lake, still falsely saying she won the election, right? This is continuing even now. And we're about to come into a presidential election cycle where Trump is running again. How much damage has Fox News done on this, Rusty?
Well, there's all kinds of levels of damages. There's literal damage to Dominion and Smart Tech and others who put together hundreds of contracts across the country with counties and states to provide the machinery and the technology and the confidence to do the job right, all called in question, many contracts lost, et cetera, So there's physical, I should say, monetary damages. There's physical damages to people, et cetera. There's damages to the confidence of the people at large in all the officials that they have elected to support them all these years. The damage is pervasive. And even down to the little mom and pop news groups that put out their little blogs and push this stuff over and over and over. It just keeps right on going. But it usually starts at the top and then cascades down towards them.
All right. Thank you both very much. I appreciate it.